Hey everyone, it's Mindy Hahne, the Midwest premier sports handicapper, coming to you from TonySpix.com and the half of the morning show duo, The Morning Steam with Ramon Scott. But hope you enjoy this free pick video from our show. Be sure to click in the link in the description for our best bets. Now here is the pick.
All right. Daytime starts here, 12:35 Eastern, 11:35 Central, 9:30 Pacific. The Astros and the Pirates. Urquidy and Hill. Mindy, everybody's making fun of Rich Hill. He has had a win so far. Well, the Pirates have won with him so far. What do you have in this one to get us started on the show? Here, the Bucks continue to fight hard a little bit.
Yeah, that is true. But kind of the way I see it is the Astros have just been, taking out lefties here this season. I mean, if you take a look at what they've been doing against lefties, it's a lot. 4 of their 10 home runs here come off the lefty as well. Taking the Astros here today, minus 165.
All right, maybe it's a reasonable price. Mindy's thinking for Houston here with Urquidy, $1.65 on the road against Hill. Mindy on Houston here, and boy, that total 9/30, huh? What did that open?
They don't even usually show that. Why don't they just go to 9.5?
Yeah, in fact, I am showing several books now starting to get to 9.5. Juice down a little bit to the under. So I was just going with the numbers on a one of the books that we follow. But boy, it looks like it could get to 9.5. We've seen some overs for sure from the Astros and Pirates so far. Ziggy is leaning here. He's got a lean. He's always holding up these walls. But Michelle wants the Astros on the run line at minus 1.5, minus 115 or so. Sherilyn, Astros here. Matt here today. Good to see Matt. When I went to sleep, I liked the Major League card. When I woke up, I wasn't as keen on
all the pitching changes or what?
Here, huh?
Pitching changes?
No. Was there some?
I thought there was like who they were projecting.
Oh, well, yeah. There, in fact, I mean, because we do have like.
I think they were saying like Eflin was Woodruff, and then now we have different folks in there, I believe.
Yeah, well, 3 or 4, several pitchers where making debuts, if you will. Here's Butterscotch on the Astros. So Jared's had a pretty good run, he says, with Tampa Bay.
Sure.
Yeah, when do we get off Tampa Bay?
Not for a while.
Yeah. Jay Peasy here today wants the Astros in this one. That's what I said yesterday. Maybe the Astros have, found someone, but they ended up blowing that one. I thought I had a winner there in the heading in with that 4-2. I had the under as a premium yesterday, and then boom.
I see what you're saying. When you woke up, you had some losers. I see what you're saying now.
Yeah. No. I mean last. I meant last. No. I liked today. When I went to sleep on today's car, I would look to the games. I'm like, yeah,
okay, gotcha.
And then I'm looking at today. I'm looking at line movement, and I'm like, I'm not so sure.
Gotcha.
So. All right, Matt.
He's mad about it.
Well, Matt says, what's my DFS hand? But I mean, I'm not playing any right now. I'm just Ramon Scott Sports, but I mean, not playing any DFS here in Nevada now. Really bumming me out during baseball season.
They don't let him. Rude.
Yeah, well, I got to make the call here, Mindy, in this one. And boy, if it's going to go to 9.5, I know there's going to be runs scored, I think. I know there's going to be runs scored. I just am, thinking that maybe this is a time where it can, in this day game, that'll end up staying under. That's what I'm going to end up. Blake likes the under if 9.5. I think we have the option to get a 9.5. It's either going to be 8.5. It's either going to be 9 over or 9.5 under. I think you kind of have your pick of the two there. So, and let's see here. Okay, I think that's all we got. I'll. Boy, I see. The runs here. I don't know. Urquidy and Hill. It just feels like the day game. It's going to stay under today. Help me out in the chat. I gotta be. I gotta make. Yeah, it's gotta be the Astros. Mindy, I'm gonna have to try to take this one. I would think. I might go with them here with you. Lots of runs, Sherilyn says. Boy. Just feels like in the day game it might not have the type of run production that need to get to possibly 10 runs here. Really, 10 runs. I mean, that's what you need. But I don't know. They exploded yesterday as well. So, all right, Mindy. I'm gonna take the. What am I gonna do, you guys? Here's Matt D on Houston run line. I think Butterscotch is talking about Rich Hill. I don't know, Mindy. Do you think everybody Astros good for 6? Jared says everybody likes the look. These teams have produced a lot of runs and ended up going over. So there's movement coming in on the over, no doubt about it. All right, let me check one more thing here.
All right.
I'm off to a terrible start this week with us, and holding up the show.
The suspense is killing me, Ramon.
It's killing me right now. Maybe we should start the show over. I don't know.
We start again?
Okay. Yeah, nobody's too hot on this one, it seems like to me.
Butterscotch says 6 runs in the first inning.
Okay, well, here's my last thing I'm going to say before I make the call, and I'm probably just going to. I don't want. So far, Mindy, I keep preaching every show about over this, the rules that, blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty sure I'm on the record from the beginning of the season. I posted this note in the Discord last night, so I know some of you in the chat saw it. TJ on the Astros here, and Jared wants a alternative. I think that's an alternative team total possibly there at over 6.5. Is that what I'm looking at? Astros. I agree with this comment that the Astros not a lot of value with that 165. Never going to skip a game. I've already promised Mindy no more passing. So, but Mindy, I'm on the record. I think it's clear. I was, from the get-go of the season, I want to go over, right? Didn't I? I mean,
yeah.
Because of I was Mr. Rule Change. I'm especially with the shift, bigger bases, more stolen bases. Yesterday on Tony's show. Sorry, TJ, I'm ready. I'm going over, but I'm just concerned because the sharps are steaming the over right now. I'm looking at it. It's funny, right? Look at your screen. Anybody with an odd screen, it's moving right now. I mean, Mindy, all the 9 overs are almost gone.
Are they? They're watching you, Ramon. They're watching you.
Maybe. Now I'm starting to wonder if that's the case because I'm building up the thought process in my. Maybe I'm still sleepy. I don't know. I've been up 3 hours trying to make sure I get this card right. Sorry, TJ, I'm going over. Oh, let me just put that. This is my
Astros or over?
Over.
Okay, all right, all right.
I'm done.
Okay.
If you guys want me to stop talking, I will. I know you do.
No, I thought you were siding with the Astros for a second, and
I
then
know. I know. I was. I'm just concerned with what Jared said too. That maybe and again, the the Astros bullpen. Blah blah. Well, what happened yesterday? And again, I mean, it's early. And even the Astros can give it up, right? So. But yesterday, I mean, maybe I'm just bitter because I thought I had a winner yesterday with an under in that game, and then all of a sudden it's 4-2.
right. You're like, I got this. Not
I'm
a
like ready to
problem.
put it in as a W, and then it's 4-4, and then that was an automatic loss because it was 8.5. So I'm over. So in turn, let me just say though, I just wanted to make the point about how I feel about the overs and blah blah blah, and I'm a little, I want the over today. I'm worried about the daytime that it might end up short, especially now. I'm going to have to go over 9.5, I think. But so far this season, now the official tally is overs 94, unders 69. So that's coming in at 57% so far. Overs
That's
dominating.
Huge. What a
So
huge betting trend there, though. Huge. Okay.
57%, right? I mean, you could take over in every game so far this season and be we make fun of because we're just trying to get to 56%, to cover for our premium plays. You could just pick the over on every game just blindly and you'd be hitting well enough, right? So okay, over it is. That's the one I feel
I'm gonna look up his ground ball ratio now that you said that.
Yeah. Oh, for Hill or
no, Urquidy.
Oh, okay. Boom, I just disappeared. Gotta plug something in here and we're gonna die over on this computer. Okay.
Oh,
Thanks, Darren's here today. We're just underway, Darren. Good to see you. We're rolling with we've only made it to one game because of me. All right. The Padres are gonna take on the Mets here today. And Snell and McGill. Snell, now he's 0 for so far as the Padres have not. They're 0-2 with Snell so far, I believe, and McGill comes in here and he's actually been profitable so far and looked pretty decent. What's going on with this one?
well, I mean, I'm going to go over the total here, over this 8.5 here. Snell gives up a 357 batting average versus this Mets team, and McGill, 0.486 batting average versus the Padres. I think I'm going to go over the total here in this one.
I'm not going to hem and haw with this one. I want to go over with Mindy Hahne.
All right, we got it.
It's 8.5 flat, no doubt about it. Pretty sure that's, there were some openers at 8 over juiced, but the steam came in on the over and it hasn't really gone too high. I think the same thing holds here a little bit, though, for me. About look, a little warmer weather, daytime, maybe the bat ball can carry a little bit out, and that does help. But sometimes I have reservations too with daytime play. Let's take a look at what the chat's coming in with here. TJ on the Mets, Sherilyn on the Padres. I mean, understood. It's nearly a pick'em game here. The Mets are slightly favored. Jared says take the Mets. Gerardo on the Mets. Michelle on the Mets. Jared says he would go under though. Actually, and again, you're talking to Mr. Under, right? But I've been because of the rule change, it felt like it would not be. And that's funny, right? Because why wouldn't bookmakers generally trend? Why wouldn't you just push everything up a little bit? You know what the public's going to do. So I don't know if it's been costly to bookmakers so far with the overs of winning at such a decent rate. You think 57% on the surface, Mindy. That's huge, actually. That's
it is huge. If you take a look at a winning percentage at 53 and a winning percentage at 57, I mean, if you would take a look at your bottom line, it would be huge.
Yeah.
As a sports
better. Yeah. In fact, the larger you get on percentages like that, win sports bet, for example, you talk about the 52%, you talk about 56, 57%, like you were really trying to hit. But the difference between like 56 and 50, when you get up to like exponentially 61 to 62, that's even more
Oh
huge.
yeah, I mean,
And
no kidding.
63 to 64, not meaning just because 63 is better than 57. It's actually the increase of 1 percentage point each time it goes higher is kind of like almost like a 10x in a
Oh,
way.
sure. Sure. I mean, you're talking about like at 53%, $100,000 and, 56 at like $1 million. I mean, like it's like that big a difference.
You really can do it. So Ziggy leaning to the Mets, butterscotch Mets. Uh, Sherilyn says the starting pitching is the advantage here. Does that mean McGill? Look, Blake Snell has been, the guy he has the longer term reputation here. I think everyone has high hopes for McGill. Mets got to be a premium here, is what TJ's saying. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about. I don't know. Snell, yeah, Snell has not. It's a question mark whether or not uh, you know Snell is going to be any good for the Padres anymore. I don't know. Ron wants Urquidy's K's over 4.5. That doesn't seem too bad at all, does it? Oh, that's in the other game. Sorry about that. Hi, Rodney. Good to see you today. Yep, thanks, Matt. We made it through 2 games with you. Sorry about that.
Didn't make it to the Rockies.
All right. Thomas said betting 102, like we're better than betting 101. We're betting 102. We're like super knowledgeable.
Yeah. Bankroll management. That's
Or do
what
we
it's
just
about.
baseball total? Rodney's throwing up some totals there in the chat, so check it out. Let's keep going. I mean, I got the play in. We're on the over. That's our first premium consensus underway in the early games. Yankees and Schmidt Guardians and Battenfield. So here's one of our pitchers, Mindy, that making a first start here today. This is Peyton Battenfield, a pretty decent prospect here, getting the call. It's Aaron Savali that is injured now, so Battenfield comes up to be a starter here. Schmidt, Yankees have lost in both of Schmidt's starts so far.
Yeah, I mean, so to me, this kind of looks like a bullpen game then, right? I mean, Schmidt, he gets hit around a little bit. Battenfield has never, of course, faced the Yankees. So who knows how long he's going to be in. I think both bullpens here are pretty decent here. But I'm still going to go ahead and take the over in this one. I kind of feel like once we get into bullpens for long periods of time, it's kind of set up for some additional runs in this game. Going over.
Yeah, I think Battenfield feels like an opener. I would expect Connor Pilkington to maybe be the guy who's in line, without trying to handicap it too far in, but looking at what they might come with. That's the way I was trying to look at the game a little bit in this one. But you said runs, right?
Yeah, I went over the total here. I think there's going to be runs here.
Okay. Well, I mean, there definitely is, especially you figure this 9.5 is juiced. Has it gone up any more? How we looking there? It's holding steady, but public looks like they're going to be pretty hot on the over here as well. And let's see what we might have in the comments from everyone on this one. Jared on the Guardians, Ziggy on the Guardians here. Curtis on Cleveland. A lot of people on Cleveland, but I don't know. Here's an over here from Dart Thrower. Here's Blake on Cleveland. Butterscotch on the. It's all Cleveland and over in the chat. Not many people respecting the Yankees here just yet.
Right.
That's interesting to me. Sherilyn likes the Guardians at home. And the Ziggy on the Guardians. TJ Guardians. Wow. You guys are liking, I mean, Guardians starting, basically first time major leaguer, and then Connor Pilkington. Schmidt's been a disappointment, I would guess, obvious so far, if they haven't won with him. Dart thrower, though, on the Yankees here. Gosh, I mean, it's like, man, the Yankees at this price, but they kind of came through with the bats yesterday after Cole was touched up a bit. Not a great start, certainly for him. So, all right, Mindy, I think I'm gonna probably. I'm not. Maybe they can help you guys.
Ramon is stumped on game number 3 again. Not stumped,
Yeah.
but probably doesn't want to go against me. It probably doesn't want to go against the chat.
No, but yeah, and again, though, I mean, the Yankees came back. They fought back yesterday. Ended up getting the win. I'm solo on the Yankees here, so there's a little bit more Yankee support. No, I mean, I don't know if I have just maybe this one might be the underplay for me. I don't know. These two teams have not produced. If I looked up and down the card today, Mindy, and tried to say which teams of all these matchups aren't producing as many overs, these two are up there. I think they're. You might have it there. I'm like probably should. I'm usually Mr. Trend guy, but again, early on, I'm not. As much as hot as I am on more like the league wide trend. I mean, 10, 11 games in. Yeah, I'm interested in what they're doing. So, Cleveland 8-4 to the over so far. Yankees 5-6. Well, that's a little that's saying something certainly. So I think you could say that these two are actually putting up some overs to a certain extent. So, all right, I'm sold, Mindy. I'll do it.
What are we doing?
I'll go over with you. Well, I am concerned.
I'm just kidding you.
I have concerns in this one. I shouldn't, I guess. I mean, look, Cleveland's scoring. Schmidt has not obviously been, they haven't been able to win with Schmidt. What's his ERA is like almost 10. So, and Cleveland bullpen game doesn't sound like a thrill, does it? Let's get more overs.
All right.
It's gonna be a 3-hour show because of me. The White Sox and the
You
Twins.
can't help it. You're a methodical thinker, Ramon. You can't help it.
Yeah, overthinking it. Maybe that's okay. I mean, I thought my way to I don't know what I was yesterday. 4-3, 5-4 in premium, whatever it was. I was just happy because the basketball one. I see TJ talking about it a little bit. All right, White Sox, Giolito, Twins, Sonny Gray. I know my Grays now. I know which Grays on which team now, and so Sonny Gray here minus $1.60, 8.5 over 15.
All right. Well, for me, Giolito just hasn't looked very good. He's allowed 7 runs on 12 hits so far. This is another one I'm going to go over the total here in this one.
All right. Probably end up joining you. I mean, I don't know if I can go over in every game, but.
Well, I'm not going to go over in every game, Ramon.
I might. I don't know. All right. Sherilyn on the Twins. TJ on the Twins. Dart thrower Twins. Blake Twins. Everybody Twins. There's so many Twins. They're quadruplets. They're
Uh,
quintuplets, octuplets. Feel like we're on uh, one of those shows with 8 kids.
with 8 kids. Octomom?
What was that one? Yeah, the family. It was they they got famous, and just like half the people in the world, they ended up screwing up their lives, including their kids. All right, Solo Sox money line here. They've lost both of Giolito's first 2 starts. A little bit scary there, Mindy.
Right.
With that, these teams definitely producing some overs thus far. Well, I guess I could say that almost down the line for every team at this point. Like I said, that's a league-wide trend that just is carrying over to every team. It's just it's pretty consistent. That almost all the teams are producing to the same rate as the league-wide. A few of them over there a little bit higher. All right. Doubles are one of our Chicago correspondents here says Twins on the money line. Maybe is it a fade of gray? Right here, the White Sox hot gray, hot as well. And not bad, not bad. I'll go over. We'll go
All right.
over. That's fine.
All right. Number 3, consensus play.
Calling it 8 is enough. Yeah, okay. Well, I agree. That's more my generation. But I was thinking of the TLC channel and the more modern day.
Yeah, there was tons of them, right? The Doricos, that's the one where they had all the twins. I think they had like what, 10 or 12 kids. Yeah, the Duggars. There was the Octomom. They had tons of kids.
I thought Jared was talking about the Dodgers or something. That was their name, the Duggars. Okay, got it. All right, Mindy. Well, Steam came in on the over. That's good enough for me. If the sharps are going to come in and push these numbers higher, and the bookmakers are going to, respond to them, I'd have to think the runs are still coming. I'm turning myself into Mr. Over. At this point, we're on 3 games and they're all over. So,
right.
Here's another one that from yesterday was a massive over, and it's the Mariners and the Cubs. With this one's a pick'em today with Gilbert and Stroman. These two, another one of the two teams that were not producing overs as high of a rate, but yesterday shot through the roof. I was on the over. The Steam came in on the over. The Cubs, of course, came back from a massive early deficit and ended up winning comfortably.
Right.
That's how many runs are being scored. But again, and I talk about all those runs and overs and all that, and talk about these teams scoring double digits. Yesterday, a handful of teams scored double digits.
Right. Well, I mean, this is one I wanted to, maybe check out. I was thinking about maybe just taking off and going the 6 hours. But the Mariners play Kansas City in August, so we'll go ahead and we'll put that on the schedule instead.
That's months away.
I know it is, but but yeah, I mean, it's one of these that I finally maybe Seattle's bats caught fire a little bit. I don't think it's going to go that way here again today. I think this one's definitely going to go under in this one. That's where I'm headed.
Yeah, the Steam came in on the over here, by the way.
Probably. But yeah, I mean, after you see what happened yesterday where they put up, 25 runs or whatever it is, I mean, of course you're going to, but they played a 2-0 ball the day before. Now we got better pitchers. I think we're going to going under.
Yeah, I'm almost willing for maybe one game. Maybe I could just change my tune and quit talking about it as if it's like one big bet on the over every game. Sure, I'd probably take the Grand Salami over here, but Stroman, they've won. Hey, doing well with Stroman. Doing well if you're betting Stroman so far. Maybe the Mariners have a bullpen issue in them as well. Ziggy on the Mariners here, but TJ Cubs. Demetrius here today. He wants the Cubs. Jared's on the Cubs. Doubles here, likes Cubs plus a run. Probably not a great price, but
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know if TJ saying he grand slam plus a sprinkle on the which money line though. And here's Stroman. I don't know. It feels like Stroman would be a guy who would like to like pitching in Wrigley. I don't know. Easy to say when you're up a couple of units already. Sherilyn today, great contributor. Cheryl, have we had Sherilyn before? But I'm happy.
I don't know. I'm going to say maybe not. But it's nice to have you today.
Yes, I'm very pleased. Okay, double says Stroman over K's against this Mariners lineup. Michelle on the Cubs here. Butterscotch likes that Cubs lineup. Jared already got a basketball question for you there in the chat, but we're just trying to get through the.
I mean, I don't have the Knicks winning the first game, if that's what you mean. So I don't know. We'll see.
Cubs here for TJ. Oh, he said slam the Cubs run line is what I think that's what that means.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, if you say Cubs money line and then okay.
It says
Cubs run line.
He'll take 2 run. I mean, wow. I mean, that's got to be because plus 1.5 has got to be over $2. Has got to be $2 or something because I think their Cubs are actually the run line favorite despite the pick'em. I didn't look at the alternate run line, but I guess I could. And let's see, the Cubs plus 1.5. Oh, minus 170. So 2 runs, probably what 240, 235. Okay, somewhere around there. You know what I mean. Nico Horner for doubles. Talking about that. Oh, awesome, Sherilyn. Okay, first time chatting. Yeah, it's obvious you knew. What was going on. We could tell by, what you were coming in with so many picks, and that's what we're looking. That's what we look for because the chat is the stars here. And I'm thinking, trying to get that where Tony has the chat going on the screen and trying to figure out how I can do that with this program. Just not sure yet how I can kind of get that going. So, yeah, Mindy, Stroman feels pretty good. But again, you look at this total. This is what bothers me about this game because there's no doubt that even with Stroman, as hot as he's been, the total in this game is mostly 11. So to me, it says that this game has weather can. Let me check at how strong is that wind, you guys. That is the key to know in the game. So wind is blowing straight out to center field between 15 and 17 miles an hour. So that's surely why the sharps have come in here on the over. I show 10.5, but there's right now. I mean, I don't know if it's steamy, right? Getting steamy in here right now, but at this point, this total is going up over 11 in a game. And you guys talk about it in the chat that just Stroman has had success. But I'll take the Cubs here. I'll just take the Cubs with Stroman at home. They are hitting. Yeah, they are hitting. Mariners got lucky. Cubs won that game, though, right? Yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. I think maybe the Mariners got lucky on the fast start yesterday. Is that it? Because I think it was like 8-2 or 8-1 early, and then the Cubs came all the way back. Scotch, another Chicago correspondent, Cubs almost a lock. It's pretty cheap. Pretty cheap price. Okay, Mindy, I am really going long on these. Boy, I'm sorry. You probably have something to do. Cardinals and Rockies. Cardinals on the road, $1.70, 13 over 15. 13 over is favored.
Well, I feel like I got to take Flaherty in the Cardinals today. He does have that 32% K rate versus Urena. He's been okay, but historically not great. 12 and a half K rate. Taking Flaherty today. So going with the
Cardinals, yeah. Well, Cardinals got it done yesterday. Coming back, I had a premium on the Rockies, and they ended up building a pretty sizable lead. No lead safe, of course, in Colorado. Cardinals came back and tied it at 6. Ended up winning 9-6. So wasn't pleased. Rockies took the steam today. So did the over. Urena, yeah, I mean, he does. I don't know. He's down a couple of units already so far. Can I really trust him here as an underdog? I mean, I want to take these, Rockies as a dog, but paid price yesterday. Here's some plays coming in, and we got Curtis. He likes the over here in a Rockies game. Look. Here's the funny thing about it is, and I talked about the match. These two teams, if I'm not mistaken, have the most unders if you combine them so far. It's hard to say. Let's see. St. Louis is 4-7 so far to the under. Rockies are over at home 4-2 to the over so far, and this is a day game, a little bit different. Rockies in a day game. TJ on the over, Sherilyn on the cards, Gerardo over. Everyone loves the over. I do too. It's now 13. I don't like that. It's too high, really. No value on the over here. Can't lay 165 with Mindy, I'm afraid. I know everybody's on the over. I'll probably go over as well. 13. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'll take it as my show pick. I will go over here. Steam's on the over, like I said. But Cardinals 1-4 to the under on the road. This is in Colorado, though. They went over yesterday. Butterscotch, not fond of Urena at this point. Some player props going on in there as well. Brewers and the Diamondbacks. A couple of pitchers haven't made a start yet. Junk is coming in here. We can make some puns. We've done that before. Everyone's done that. It might be tired, but still fun to say. We've seen Jameson for the Diamond. We've seen him in a relief role. He's been strong, so maybe he's earned a start here. Mindy, I don't know if he's a rotational pitcher. I mean, it might be a bit of an opener, right? I mean, he's been a reliever in a couple of appearances so far. So we'll see. And Junk, I don't know if he is a guy who's going to go very long either. But we did see him last year, of course, with your Angels. Last couple of years, really, but not too many appearances, but a few starts for the Angels in the past.
Well, yeah, I mean, like you said, neither of these pitchers have played against each other's, teams. I don't really have much on either of these two folks here as a projection. Milwaukee just kind of tends to lose, when they're underdogs. That's kind of where the line sat earlier when I was taking a look at it. I always think sometimes Vegas knows maybe a little bit better than I do. I'm going to go ahead and take the Diamondbacks here in this one at a pick'em. I had Diamondbacks like minus 115 earlier.
Yeah, they've been a nice doing a nice job so far. Brian McKeever, I love that. Is listening while he's out there mowing the lawn. Does anybody like those videos where the guy goes to the random house that has let their lawn grow because some 90-year-old lady lives there and never can cut her? And then, people like to watch those videos because they're so satisfying. What is that called? You know, they show them cutting the lawn, or there are those other types of. If you're or watch that show, you ever watch that pimple popper lady? And
Yeah.
that's kind of gross, but some
Dr.
people,
Lee?
yeah,
Sandra Lee, yeah. I love
yeah,
Pimple Popper.
some people like find things like someone cutting grass or
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
the
Yeah,
little
my
thing that'll
sister likes
smooth the
to
sand.
watch the people paint, like, and then it goes in like fast motion.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like they speed up the motion. I don't know.
And some people find that like it in their brain, but the guy cutting the grass. So Brian, maybe here's Demetrius on the Brewers today. TJ's got his dog of the day here with Arizona. Are they even a dog? I guess they are, right? I mean, but not.
Maybe now, but I don't know.
No, they're favored. In fact, I think I need to
Back to
fix.
favorite, yeah.
No, I think I need to fix the graphic actually. Um, I listed them as a pick 'em. Now they're up to as high as $1.25. This is certainly a move. Diamondbacks took the steam, so a 9.9.5 under 20 is the total. Let me flash a new line on the screen, even here, Mindy. Oops, no, that's not. I thought I. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay. Um, I've discovered a bug, and I'm now in the program. 125, 9.5 under 20. So I'll get on with you. I think this is a significant move here to Arizona. Uh, I don't think Junk was anything that special with the Diamondbacks. Maybe he's got a future. Jameson, like I said, good relief stints so far with the Diamondbacks. So I'm going to take another one with you here and go on Arizona. Just glad to be back after our one day. I want to get some action here with Mindy.
Right.
Mhm. And any more? Ziggy would take the under. I just don't know. I'm gun shy on the under.
Yeah.
I have a few plays that I have listed under, and I just can't necessarily even get behind it because of what's happening on these late games, these bullpens. Maybe because I did take a couple losses yesterday in premium land that were, felt like they were going to be wins. And uh, Butterscotch on Arizona with us. A dart thrower likes the lawn guy. I think there's actually two like major lawn guys that go out there and do those. So, all right. And Justin here today. He's on the Brewers though. And TJ looks like that's Diamondbacks money line.
He just wanted him as a dog. That's
Oh,
gone. They
yeah,
gone.
that's right. He was the one that said dog of the day. But yeah, favored now. Jared loves the Brewers today. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not over until it's not under until it's over. What's the saying, you guys? That's another channel, so we won't.
I don't know.
It's not under until it's over because you can't win your under until the game is finally over. That's a fact. But you can win an under in the game. You can win an over and the game's still going. Marlins and the Phillies. Well, we saw yesterday, of course, man, the another one where Mindy, I felt like I might have had the right call. I had a premium on the Phillies, but how dare I go against Luzardo? Anyway, here's Cabrera and Wheeler in this one. Steam came in on the over here. Cabrera's Marlins have lost both of his starts.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and take the Marlins here on the run line. That run and a half is sitting at about minus 125. Both pitchers here pretty evenly matched. Both throw in the high, 80s, both with 25% K rate. Cabrera, though, he has the .174 batting average versus the Phillies, and Wheeler, the .297 batting average versus this Marlins team. So I kind of give the edge here to the Marlins, but that Phillies team, they kind of scare me now. I think they're kind of maybe catching a little bit of fire here. I don't want to take them at minus 185, so I prefer the Marlins getting the run here.
Yeah, Wheeler, they did win one of his starts. Let's see. Here's TJ on the Marlins. Justin, I think he's saying over in this game. I feels like that's what he means. Hope I'm right, Justin. Curtis will lay it. We know he'll take a big dog. We know Curtis will, has no problem laying some juice as well. And I respect that. Ziggy would take the Phillies on the run line. He'd go ahead and lay it with these Marlins. Yeah, Marlins awkward start, and their lineup is weak. I mean, there's no doubt, you guys. There's no doubt the lineup's weak, but what happened yesterday? They were able to strike. Thomas Lewis says in Marlins, he likes them. But and it was Luis Ariz. I mean, look, Luis Ariz was the star yesterday. And I mean, who do the Marlins have? They have Jazz and they have Ariz. And are any of these other guys, anybody in that lineup, anybody like anybody else in that lineup as a long term, other than those two guys, right? Not going to be a good, solid, borderline all-star type of player or all-star. I mean, I think we could say that Jazz is probably the all-star representative, and Sandy. But Sherilyn says I maybe likes the under, but she's not sure. Doesn't value on the Marlins? I think value is on the Marlins for sure here, no doubt. I'm kind of want to lean to him a little bit, just a little bit concerned about Cabrera. So I'm going over with Justin here. Hello, Jamal. Butterscotch will lay it with Philly. Hello, Daniel. Good to see you.
We had the over 9.5.
The over. We can say
Yankee
it right
game.
now. Great to have you. I don't know if we've had Daniel before. Maybe we have, but hello, Daniel.
Escobedo.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
I'll take the over, Miami and Philly.
Ramon, over.
Can I give it? Can I have any of the courage to give out an under at all? After giving the stat, telling, And again, I mean, you're not going to hit every one, and I'm not just, over to stay with that trend. But until the books make and I don't know, you look at some of these totals, maybe they are continuing to adjust. There have been, that Rockies game, that 13, it was definitely, some openers that were at 12. Hey, I did have a little bit of breaking news here right now coming in on the lineup front today. A game we've already talked about.
Okay.
Mindy's not going to like it too much.
Why not?
But it is that Yordan Alvarez, he's going to be out of today's lineup today for the Astros. He'll be taking a rest today, not an injury, but Alvarez, certainly one of the best hitters around.
Sure.
He's out of the lineup today.
He's been much of their offense a lot of the days.
Well, yeah, good point. Good point there. What did I do in that game? Do you? Was that one that
you picked over? Do you want to change your mind after all that?
I can't. No, I can't.
It was like 20 minutes. Do you want to change your mind?
It took me 20 minutes to.
Well, Alvarez is out. I need to reconsider.
Yeah, well, that one just came across, and it's not something where, that report. I mean, that just literally broke right now. Whether or not it's going to affect the total, I would expect right now that line to dip a little bit. Whether it'll be a full half a run, I'm not sure, but there will be some movement to follow up on that momentarily with Alvarez not in the lineup. You'll see at least the line, might see it come down to what 9.5 under. Maybe it could go to 9. So, anyways, a few more comments here maybe about this game, and no, okay. Okay, Butterscotch says there it goes. In that game where the Astros were down to 156, maybe he's talking about that. So yeah, maybe I was talking from a totals perspective, but I think yeah, there would be some movement on Pittsburgh as well. So sounds like Ziggy wants to go over here and Angels money line in this game. We're back to the. Did we move on to Nationals and Angels?
Yeah, you had put it up there.
Did I put it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I was
think we're
looking.
moving on.
I'm sorry, I was looking behind the production wall and looking at the odds screen, so I didn't see that I had actually moved us on, right? Because we made our play in Marlins and Phillies. So okay, let's take a look then, Mindy, at the Nationals and the Angels. And Mindy, I'm sure you're happy to see Griffin Canning. It's been 650 days since we saw Griffin Canning start a game. I think everyone was pretty happy with the way he started his career a little bit. And just unfortunate to have to get the TJ, but worked his way back. It's been almost 2 years. And he's going up against Mackenzie Gore, who actually has been one of the bright spots so far for the Nationals.
Right. I mean, both of these pitchers here can be lights out today. It's going to be interesting to see how they do. Sometimes you're all, better after Tommy John, right? I mean, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Nationals here on the run line. The Nationals still have that better batting average, the better on-base percentage. I know the Angels covered that run line last night. I like the Nationals on that one too. But it's one of those that the Angels haven't been covering that run line here at all. They had lost about 5 straight prior. Taking the Nationals here again today on the run line. I don't think the Angels are a minus 165 here today in this one.
Yeah, and it was Shohei Ohtani yesterday too. So
Right.
let's give the Shohei a little bit of credit too. It was still just 2-0 or whatever it was.
Yep,
So
2-0.
I'll take the Nationals with you. Maybe Gore. Look, I'm pretty familiar with him. Obviously, Padres really, end up giving up. Giving up a lot there, of course, in the Soto deal, but for me, he was underachieved as a prospect for the Padres. Did not his timeline, even though he was young and maybe he was on a fast track, did not necessarily arrive, maybe even at the expected time. I think the expectations were too high for Gore, so he's still certainly got plenty of upside for the Nationals. So I like him still long term. Not some superstar. You just want guys who can give you innings and be serviceable. The Nationals are obviously in a total reclamation project. So why not? I'm going to take the Nationals with you. The Angels, there's no doubt. I mean, okay, at least the bullpen's a little bit rested, but other than that, here's Sherilyn on the Angels. We did see already. I showed that right. Ziggy would go over and funny. So last night, Mindy, though, you see all those overs, but then look at the West Coast games a little bit. And
right.
We know that West Coast, especially at night. Now this is a day game, so lighter air certainly. So maybe there will still be runs, especially with. We'll see Canning. I would think that I don't know about pitch count. I mean, you're still in Tommy John. I mean, obviously, when you're coming back, you've worked your way.
Yeah.
Your arm has gotten a workout. I mean, you don't go out there just like, gee, I haven't pitched.
Yeah, it's been rehabbed for sure. Yeah.
Spring training. No, when you go through Tommy John, you're probably actually throwing more because you have to build your strength up. You start slowly, and it takes a long, long time. We've seen miracles. I don't say miracles, but we've seen comebacks in shorter time, 650 days. Good job, Griffin, Canning. Justin on the over. TJ said over K's. Is that just both teams? Pitchers, batters? I don't know. In there, Washington. I almost would be willing to take the money line, but Mindy wants to go run line. I'm down with that. And TJ said, yeah, well, no doubt. I mean, Tommy John's a little bit of a secret as far as, well, I don't want to say secret, but I mean, sucks when it happens a second. After the second time, you're definitely like, yeah, Gore has pitched well. Nats money line, Demetrius Nats plus the run line. We'll take them. Let's take Nationals. Another play for us, Mindy, here.
Up to 5.
Oh, boy.
5 consensus plays.
You got to do it. The A's and Waldachuk. The Orioles and Kramer in this one. Orioles $1.80, 9 over 15.
Well, Waldachuk has been, I don't know, pretty bad. 14 runs and 2 starts. Kramer not great either. That 10.13 ERA going over the total, Ramon, of 9 runs here in this one.
Steen came in on the over, and that's why you're seeing, I think, at the price. Ziggy would go over in this one. If Ziggy's going over, I'm probably going over. How many overs could we play? Any more on this one? Let's see. Orioles run line here for Sherilyn. So, yeah, I've got concerns with Waldachuk. The Orioles do end up seemingly to find a way to beat up on these A's. They came back yesterday. Hey, welcome. Is that Ron Crawford is coming in with a different name? Ron Crawford is a great sports chat room guy. This is Deron Crawford, so I don't want to downplay Deron's arrival. I just was wondering if maybe this was Ron Crawford, the famous sports internet chat room person. I make celebrities out of these folks, our chat, but I mean, I see other guys in other chats. There's a gentleman by the name of Ron Crawford who has his own. I mentioned Mindy. We want everyone to have their own little nickname. Ron Crawford, the chat room sports expert, is known for his famous spreadsheet plays. But this might be Deron Crawford, just a coincidence. But let me know, Deron, if you are Ron Crawford. But if you're Deron Crawford, I certainly want to respect your name and say it correctly. So I just didn't know if maybe all those years I knew Ron Crawford and he went by Ron Crawford and he said, I'm going to be Deron in this. He wouldn't do that, though. Okay, here's Demetrius. He wants Baltimore money line in the over. Solo here is on the over in this one. Probably just go over. It's easier. It's easier than trying to overthink it. And here you go. A butterscotch. It's a scotch lock. Justin said it's over easy with these two pitchers. Okay, thanks, Deron. Maybe if I pronounce it Deron, which just sounds like Deron, but Athletics and Tigers are dumpster fires, says Ziggy. Probably over, says Sherilyn. And TJ on the over. Will go over, Mindy.
All right, number 6. Orioles.
And 4 of them are overs, right? Or 5. I don't know. 4 of them.
We're going to hit that percentage, Ramon. We're going to hit it.
Yeah. Well, hey, we'll just go over and take our 57.7% and go home. It's that's
easy. Easy money.
Not as fun, but who cares, right? That's what I talked about yesterday a little bit. When Tony, going back to the same pick over and over, with like Tampa Bay, right? It feels dirty in a way, but
it's making you money.
Who cares? Yeah. Okay, the Red Sox, Chris Sale. and Tampa Bay. This is going to be Bradley coming in. So I don't know, Mindy. Here's my thought process on Bradley, and here we have Taj Bradley, a pretty good prospect for the Ray. One of their best prospects. Certainly, I think he's their top prospect. You talked about Eflin already. He's injured. He's got back issues. So here comes Taj Bradley. Okay, uh, he's on the Rays. He's a pitching prospect. I figure he's probably going to go out there and just toss 4 or 5 scoreless innings, even though he's never pitched in the major leagues. Because bottom line is he's on the Rays.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what it is, right? I mean, it's kind of more about, I guess what the Red Sox are going to do, not maybe what the Rays will do, right? And then you have Sale here that gives up a ton of runs. He has a 16% K rate, has a .392 batting average versus this Rays team. I'm going to go over the total. I know that's surprising. That's where I'm headed, going over.
Steam came in on the over here, you guys. So, more chances. Sale. Look, he did get a win in that, but 11.25 ERA for Sale so far. TJ is calling him a clown. Remember, I mean, I've got to, yeah, Curtis. Let's see here. I've got to cut the sleeves off. I can't pitch. I don't want to get down on him too much, but Sherilyn says over City. Can I take another over with you? Dimitri, Tampa Bay money line. Is the door closing finally on Tampa Bay's winning streak, you guys? Is Boston the team to do it? Would this be the time to do it? So even though Taj Bradley is rated high on the prospect scale, he's still 4.36 ERA in 14 AAA starts. Looking at his numbers over here. So Tampa Bay, they did have, the one close game, still 10 of their 11 wins by 4 or more runs.
It was 7 there for a while. 7 runs or more. Now 4 runs or more.
Looks like just fire on Tampa Bay, Scott says. I'll take the over with Mindy. What the heck? I mean, Steam came in on the over. I already have the over. Look, probably not getting the best price. There definitely was. Let me see though. 8 over. It's definitely 8.5. Let me look at the odds screen here across the board and see if there are any books here at 8.5, Mindy, because I don't know if they're. Yeah, they're all at 8.5 now, right? So that line on the screen is long gone. That's all right.
Okay.
We'll take it, right?
Right.
I'll take it over. A few more. Is there another comment here on it? Let's see. Sure, I'm taking the Rays forever. Forever and ever. TJ said Tampa. Rays said Solo. Solo said Rays. Rays said Solo. TJ on the over. Who was the other? Is there another clown? Is there a clown here? Oh, I missed a few of the plays. I'm sorry about that, you guys. Justin said Tampa team total over. Yeah, they'll probably smash Sale, right? Just wonder Boston, maybe they can get some offense here against Tampa. Maybe they can't. I mean, Did anybody look up Tampa on their futures? I think someone mentioned it. Are they down to like 14-1 to win the World Series or something like that? What do you guys think of that price? And would you even consider it now? Is that even though that I don't know who's
a lot of ball to be played.
a lot of ball to be played, but is that what you said or somebody in the chat said that? Mindy?
Me. That's what I
Okay.
say. I think it's
Okay,
too
but
early.
I mean, look, there's no
We're
one's
not even
gonna.
like halfway, you know what I mean?
No, we're not even. We're not even a tenth of the way.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to just make sure there's not any problem.
I'm just saying you don't know what can happen injury wise. I mean, there's so many things. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't really like the futures too much myself, so
okay. Well, look, no one's chalking the Rays startup as a fluke, though. I mean, we know that
right.
year after year, Tampa is a solid organization right now. In fact, I mean, if you look at the way they build the right, we know that other teams spend money. And no one would fault me for saying that Tampa's the best team, right? The best program, the best. We just joked about Bradley coming up, right? He hasn't been anything too spectacular, even though he's a top prospect of the team. But he'll probably show up and be terrific because why not? He's on the Rays. Everything they do seems to be just fine with their mishmash of a
Yeah, all you
lineup.
gotta do is get run support,
Yeah,
and you
well,
can
I
be the
mean,
best
no,
pitcher around, right?
yeah, well, look, there's no doubt that they've got some, uh, you know, some nice players. I mean, no one is gonna, think that a Rosarena is no good or whatever. Good players, good ball team. All right, we better get rolling here. We've already been here like 90 minutes. Feels like we're on another over here, Mindy.
All right.
Tigers and Blue Jays. Rodriguez. Uh, and Gausman, and well, got a big favorite here now with Toronto at 278.5. And this one is definitely moving under. When I put these odds in a couple of hours ago, was 8.5 over 25. Here's a game that's actually, it got steamed over, but this total now seems to be 8.5 under 15 in the consensus line.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking to the under. Both of these teams put up, 31% K rates. I mean, they're only allowing, 250 batting averages. I'm going under the total here in this one today, Ramon.
Okay, we found a spot that Mindy's gonna take the under here. I don't.
Right. Not so sure.
Well, I just I
Uh,
didn't want to ruin a good thing, so probably probably just take the Rays. I mean the Jays on the run line here today. Uh, Tigers have lost both of Rodriguez's first two starts, so I think the Jays here might be able to do it. See if the chat can tell me something. All right. I missed. Oh, here it is. Yeah, Scotch is already coming in with a lock here. Yeah, I was trying to figure out, TJ, what's going on. Make sure I'm not saying anything to offend anybody.
no, they were talking about the Yankees. Yankees is TJ's team, and Rodney saying that he likes the Rays, and the Yankees are finally going to lose to the Orioles, and then they will get their manager fired.
Okay. Okay, I just want to make sure no one was arguing with anybody. I
No,
might
no,
be misinterpreting it.
no.
Does he have TJ has a problem with the? Okay, I'll just move on and tell me if it's something bad. We'll fix it. But
Oh, I think we're good.
okay, thank you, because I had me distracted just a little bit. Want to make sure everybody's kosher in our chat because we've got to make sure everyone's respectful in our chat. That's what we're all about here. Someone said that Rodney had the okay. I see what. Yeah, well, I was talking about what TJ was saying, but
I think it was about the guy that we don't talk about anymore. Still.
Oh wow! Someone took care of that behind the scenes. Maybe okay. Rodney, yeah, go ahead and lock Tampa winning in the AL East. Yeah, it's still going to be hard, but this, it's kind of like golfing, right? When you have your handicaps, right? They're going to have a pretty good start to the season, which is going to give them the head start that they kind of need. TJ here says Blue Jays minus a run and a half. I think that's the way I'm going to end up here with them. Let's see. Demetrius. Toronto money line and the under. Justin does like the over here. Steam came in on the over. I'm not going with Mindy, but Sherilyn is kind of siding with you here. Maybe I don't want to be the guy that doesn't go under because he doesn't want to go under. Good morning to Howard here today. Butterscotch might even lay 2.5 runs in this one. Feel bad for the Tigers. They did fight back, right? There was plenty of runs scored yesterday in that game, right? So Theo Green here today. Great to have you as always. And I will come in on the run line with Toronto today. Mindy on the under here. Reds and Braves. The two good pitchers, we're hoping are good in the future. Strider, right now, I mean, he's past screen up, really, and he's a big favorite here, too, at 265. 8 under 25. This one maybe moving up a little bit on the total wise here, but the steam came in on the under, believe it or not, Mindy.
Well, that's where I was going to head, right? I'm going to go under the total with Strider on the mound. I mean, he shuts down this Reds team. I mean, listen to this batting average. A .038 batting average is what he gives up versus the Reds with his low heat, maxing out at about 70 miles per hour. I'm going to go ahead and take the under here.
Yeah, we know Hunter Green has to have better control, I guess, is what everybody says. Strider continues to, look decent, like he's going to be one of a real good pitcher. We know he's already pretty darn good. So I think at this price, I have to lay the run line. Reds have lost both of Green's starts so far. I think the Braves have split in Strider's starts. Is that right? And I'll end up on the Braves run line here. What is the chat going to do with this one, though? Can they? Cheryl likes Strider a lot. Here's Ziggy would go under in this one. Maybe this is a spot for an under. And here's Butterscotch, though, likes the Reds here. And here's Sherilyn with her official pick, Braves run line. Demetrius. Braves money line and under in this one as well. All right. That sounds like enough here from the chat in this one. So got a couple of plays for you in that one. All right. A couple more here, Mindy, and your Royals are going to take on yesterday. Wow. That was something with them. I mean, let's give them credit for, continuing to fight hard, Mindy. But once again, the Rangers were able to get it done, right? So 165, yeah. This total moving up just a couple of hours ago was 8.5. Now it's already 8.5 over 25 as the steam came in on the over.
Stop it, Ramon.
I'm just not trying to make it seem like, we're morning steam, we're team steam, so I have to say the steam every time. But and I just want to be clear, as I don't make this clear enough, but when I say the steam, that means like the screen lit up and the warning came across. So when I say it, I'm just not using it as a catchphrase here on Team Steam, the morning steam. My favorite word is steam. I'm always betting steam. The steam actually came in on the over.
Well, with Keller on the mound, it doesn't really surprise me. He doesn't strike out
Lord.
anyone, Ramon. No one. He doesn't strike out anyone. And then, you have Evaldi that gives up a .475 batting average versus the Royals. This one's going to go way over, isn't it? I'm taking the over.
I just don't want you to be down on, a
Too
pitcher
late.
like Keller
Too
who
late.
really give, you get a good effort. I mean, a max.
Okay, all right. I always am impressed by effort. That's right.
Already missing. I mean, at 8.5 over, and we're, it feels like it might even go higher. So we better get on it. It's an over, right? I mean, I'll take an over with you. We need winners. Why not just go over?
Right.
No, the steam came in on the over, and look again. This is another one where, and maybe it's because of that. And I talked about it yesterday with, I like some of your Royal. I like Pasquantino.
Yeah, he's good.
I always love Sally. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I like some of the bats, but
they're likable guys. But I mean, I kind of agree with Sherilyn, right? I mean, the Royals kind of stink. I mean, what can you do?
All right.
But I can still support the nice guys on the team.
Okay. All right. I want to say hello to Miles Bergens here today. I don't know what Sam Smart Picks means, but welcome.
Sam Smart Picks.
Ziggy here on the Royals run line.
Okay, so Ziggy doesn't always think the Royals stink too bad. He's been on the Royals a lot more than most this season.
Well, I'm good with you on the total over, of course. I mean, but I was actually trying to maybe find a chance to take the Royals here. We'll see. Butterscotch though on Texas run line, and Daniel on Royals run line. So a little bit of discrepancy here. It looks like Ziggy would take the Royals run line. Michelle's on the Royals. And yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, that's what I was. And again, I mean, my personal play, it wasn't anything on the show. I don't want to be, a guy who didn't tell anybody. Not one of these things where it's a play anywhere. It was just a bet on the Rangers on the
That's
run
what I had.
line.
Rangers run line too. So
yeah. Just to, I'm not coming here and say I got a bunch of winners tail me because my plays are up there. You see the winners, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I had them on the run line for a bet, a money bet. So okay, we're online in that one. Over again. It's so easy. Demetrius is on it as well. One more game, Mindy, and I got news for you.
What?
For you and everybody else. Well,
what is it?
Well, you see the line right there with Kershaw minus $1.65. Forget it. It's at least $1.55. The steam is coming in right this second on the Giants. Everybody, if you've got an odd screen, you'll see it lighting up currently. The steam is coming in right now on the Giants today, as we speak. So I'm going to call it $1.55 or so. I think there's still some 160s out there, but it's definitely moving to the Giants, and the total is moving under. That 7.5 is now 7.5 under 15, or even as low as 7.5 under 20 right now.
Okay, well, this is another one that I'm going to go ahead and go over the total here. Kershaw gives up a .306 batting average versus this Giants team. And Cobb, look at what he does. An awful 4.14 batting average he gives up versus the Dodgers here. Looks like to me this is going to be a lot of runs here. But I would lean to the Dodgers, so I'm a little bit surprised, I want to say.
Going over, though?
Yes, I'm going over.
Okay. Yeah, these teams have definitely put up some overs so far this year. Dodger bats pretty decent for sure. But what happened yesterday? Maybe the Giants. I thought maybe
I don't know. I
well,
liked the Dodgers yesterday.
you do say it again, Mindy?
I said I liked the Dodgers yesterday. So yeah, I mean, I was.
Well, it sounds like you
I was
still
surprised to
like
see the Giants what they put up yesterday.
it sounds like you still like them today a little
I
bit.
do. Yeah.
Well, you went to total, so I've got the Giants. I'm taking the Giants today on the money line with Cobb here. Kind of maybe a move against Kershaw. And now that I see this team coming in, I'm going to respect my sharps today in this matchup. Ziggy here is on the Dodgers, however. And Curtis is having some fun. Oh, look at this. I didn't see it. The Scotch lock right here. Sherilyn says Kershaw take him. I don't know if it's an encouragement for Clayton to take him or if she means Kershaw will take them down type of thing is what it might sound like to me more. Michelle's with me on the Giants. Demetrius says Dodgers and under. And, just to let Demetrius know, and I'm sure he's, what I just talked about. I mean, this came totally moving lower. I mean, it's 7.5 juice to the under. So taking 8, you're going to be laying at least $1.45 or $1.50. But you could have been just looking at, yes, the line was definitely overnight was 8. I think the opener, the overnight, whatever. Justin on the over here, I think, with Mindy. Steam came in on the under, but now, it continues to move lower. So, night games in San Francisco. Maybe I could take a look and see what's weather-wise, what's happening if the old computer didn't crash over here in the middle of the show again.
Bum, bum, bum. I thought we heard it fire back up.
I need to switch this one and this one over here, and so good point by dart thrower there.
So thanks for watching, and make sure you get over to the Tony'sPicks.com website right now and check out our All Cappers tab where you can purchase some of our own personal picks. And be sure to go ahead and use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20%. Okay, have fun. Watch another video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.